Carolyn says there's coffee tequila. Wow. Are you a tequila drinker?
I used to be.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Tequila kind of, kicks my arse.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that's the thing with these certain drinks. Some of them catch up to you. Well, I mean, some of them, they're getting so good at blending things now.
Yeah.
You taste it and they're so good and you're like, I don't think that there's any alcohol in this.
And you just keep drinking and drinking.
Yeah. And then, I got to tell you a story. So I went with my brother-in-law one time. He was a professional drinker. Okay. He took me to this bar, Shifters, out on Lake Geneva. And we get out there and we're drinking and I'm sitting there and I'm having my whiskey sours and, I'm like, man, I'm not feeling nothing. Maybe there's a power that he gave me, because he's a professional drinker.
Right.
Well, then I started doing, Jaeger sippers. Some people drink Jaeger bombs where you just bam.
Yeah.
Okay, me, put a bunch of ice in there, drop some Jaeger, dump some Rockstar in. I'm good. So I start drinking them, and I'm sitting there like literally 2 hours, nothing. I'm not feeling a dang thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was like, okay, I got to go to the bathroom. And I stood up, and whoo-wee, the world changed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I went to the bathroom, and I came back, and I was like, all right, I'll meet you out in the truck. And I proceeded to walk outside, put the tailgate down in this truck, and I passed out. Whiskey sours do provide heartburn. They do. But the moral of the story is, I don't know how I got in the truck. I'm pretty sure that the professional drinker put me in his truck. I went home. I laid down, and Maya was not very happy with me the next morning because, she was here. I was here on the bed. I was facing this way, and, you know what happens when you start mixing liquor.
Yeah.
Right? Well, put it this way. She had to wash her hair and take a shower.
Oh.
And I was not.
You was in the doghouse for a moment.
Oh, man. I was like really in the doghouse.
You was digging under it.
Yeah, me too, Doug. I love Jaeger.
Brother.
Yeah, well, I kind of felt bad for her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's true, too.
Yeah. Do you remember, were you ever a fighter? Like, one of them guys in the bar that, oh, he's here by the end of the night. There's going to be a fight in here.
Sometimes.
I tried not to be that guy.
I try not to be that guy.
I'm not that guy at all anymore.
I don't even drink.
However, when you're young and you're out there, and somebody says the wrong thing, you're like,
when you're young, you're dumb and full of more dumb.
Yeah, well, you're 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Listen to this. Authorities say a bar patron bit a chunk off a Louisiana man's nose. Mater, Louisiana. A Louisiana man had a chunk of his nose bitten off by a man he bought a drink for.
Was it Mike Tyson?
No, Brian Thayer, 34.
Wow.
Of New Orleans.
Yeah.
Said that he finished a shift at the Mater bar he owns and stopped by another bar just before 5 a.m. on May 8th. They must not ever close their bars.
Oh, wow.
5 a.m.?
Yeah, usually. What was it? 2 p.m.?
Well, it says he and his friend bought a drink for a man later identified as Andrew Neerman, according to the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
The drink spilled on Neerman, but Thayer told the outlet that he and his friend bought him another. He said the 32-year-old Neerman walked away but came back a few moments later and threatened Thayer. He grabbed my head and took a chunk off my nose.
Oh.
I don't want to drink around that dude.
No.
Yeah, I mean, there's etiquette. There's bar etiquette. You know what I mean?
Is that Mike Tyson's nephew or something?
I don't know. I've met guys like this that just get dumb.
Yeah, that is completely dumb.
I mean, there's young drinking and dumb, and then there's ornery, a-hole, alcoholic dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've seen both, right?
I have.
Okay, I'm assuming that if a guy buys a drink for you and it spills on you, well, it sucks, but, it is what it is. Buys you another drink, you're still pissed off. This guy was extremely inebriated or a complete total a-hole.
Right.
Which one are you going with?
Complete total a-hole.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he left and then came back to bite off somebody's nose.
Yeah. Yeah, that is.
I mean,
who does that? I mean, really.
Mr. Neerman.
Yeah, I know. I mean, even if I was drinking, I would never even think about that.
I couldn't do that.
No.
I mean, think about that. That guy
Nothing
probably got
like that
boogers
ever
in his
crossed
mouth.
my mind when I was drinking.
Boogers, cartilage, skin, and blood.
Ugh.
Unless he was going for instead of a Bloody Mary, a Bloody Nosy.
Yeah. He got a nose job. Washed Up Blob is the name of this one.
The Blob?
Washed Up Blob.
Washed Up Blob.
Yeah, mystery blob washes up on North Carolina beach. National park officials in North Carolina snapped a photo of an unidentified blob that washed up on a beach, and experts said the mysterious mass might be egg sacs from a squid.
Ooh.
The Cape Lookout National Seashore posted a photo to Facebook asking the public to help identify the gelatinous blob. The post said the object had washed up months earlier, but National Park Service's experts remain unable to identify it. So far, it has escaped being identified, although it might be something like the egg sacs of a squid. But we are not sure, the post stated. Commenters on the post pointed out the mass is similar to objects that have been spotted on West Coast beaches. Audrey. A squid expert, Louise Zeidberg, identified the objects in those cases were found to be a species of Pacific Ocean squid known as the California market squid.
California market squid.
There's also an Atlantic species which is slightly bigger, Zeidberg told the Oregon Coast Aquarium. Your thoughts, Mr. Hans, and our resident alien, Audrey.
The first thing you said, if you remember a few weeks ago, we did the story where the woman found the whale sperm.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, gelatin, whale sperm, this person probably just made a few $100,000.
Yeah.
And then you say it's egg sacs. I wonder, do you think there's a market for that?
Oh, I'm sure there is. We was talking about eating ducks that are half alive.
Oh, yeah. Bloot.
Ugh.
Oh.
That just sounds awful.
Well, this is my thing, and I'm not going to try this. I'm going to ask somebody else. When you bite into the beak and you bite into the eggs of bloot, does it crunch? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ick. You know what I'm saying? Ick.
Agreed.
This guy that I'm about to show you is either completely insane or he knows something that we don't. Okay. Would you do this? Would you do that? Couple chained together to save relationship vow to remain chained until they get married.
I think that's a little extreme.
Well, I mean, they're chained. When they say they're chained, they're like literally in chains. Let's see. There's a picture of them. Okay, now you have to use a bathroom. You have to take a bath. You know what I'm saying?
How do you get to work?
Well, that's my question. Do they work at the same place? You know what I mean? It sounds something very millennial-ish.
Yeah.
Word of the day right there, folks. Millennial-ish.
Danger.
Yeah, well,
That's danger. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Would you dare?
Would I dare?
Would you dare chain yourself to a female that things aren't going good? The reason that they chained themselves together is they made a vow. Well,
are they trying to literally pull themselves together?
I see the pun. But okay, their thing is they're going to do it for 60 days. Okay, she's got to do her lady thing.
Yeah, I know.
So there's going to be at least 14 days out of that 60 that you have to be chained to the beast.
That's why I said, get ready to say.
You know what
that
I'm saying?
Gonna have plenty of slap marks across his face.
That guy is braver than me.
Yeah.
Okay?
I was always told, don't get close when it's that time of the month.
Yeah, well, I put a TikTok out the other day where the gal's like, the girl is staring at the guy. And the guy's like, what do you want? And she just shrugs her shoulders. And then he says, why are you looking at me? And she just goes up, what do you think I'm looking? There's nothing else to look at. Blah, 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 blah. Why don't you go get me my tacos you promised? And I was like, yep, we all know because we've all been there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what do you do in that situation? There is no winning. There is no running. You can try to run.
You get her tacos, you go home, you sleep on the couch, and then just call it a night.
No, remember, compliments and food. Yeah. Compliments and food. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
You look wonderful tonight. Oh, you're beautiful. I love what you did with your hair. What do you call it? And then she says, I just woke up out of bed. It's called bedhead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. It's a snap.
Right. Well, I'm telling you, you don't go to war with a woman with anything other than compliments and food.
Right.
Snickers was onto something when they did the whole, turn into Betty White. Yeah,
Betty White. Yeah.
This guy's brave.
Oh.
He's either brave or dumb. What are you going with?
Dumb. There's no way I would do that.
Well, I'm telling you, I would be scared. Yeah. You know, you'd be scared too.
I'd be scared.
Like you're within reach of anything. I mean, she could grab a pan, smack.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. Now, I don't know if this is everybody out there, but do you really want to be chained to her while she talks to her mom, sister, or best friend? I mean, you could, and then on the other side, does she want to be chained to him when she has those intimate moments and thought processes that, they do? I think they're going to come away with a whole different view of each other.
I think so, too.
I mean, and maybe not in a good way.
No, might actually harm the relationship.
I had some useless knowledge. Is it okay? Because Thursday's a good day to throw out some useless knowledge.
Oh, why not?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think people like it.
Yeah.
So, Oreo has made enough cookies to span 5 back and forth trips to the moon.
Wow.
Stacking them on top of one another. Hello, Paula. My sister said, just end the sentence right there. You don't go to war with a woman, period. And she's right.
Yeah.
But if you happen to be in the unfortunate situation that you have to try to make things better,
right?
Throw bombs, compliments, I love you. And, when it really gets down to it,
they're going to hammer you.
Well, the Snickers bar is the nuclear weapon,
Snickers.
Chocolates or Laffy Taffy Twizzlers. Keep some of that stuff as,
Right.
Because you never know. People are preppers, right?
Yep.
There's a lot of people out there that prep. Why don't people prep for the arguments that are going to happen with your wife,
right.
with your girlfriend?
Yeah. Well, let's go get a chocolate ice cream.
What's her favorite candy?
That's what I would be.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so Oreo, they made that many cookies. Dr. Seuss actually invented the word nerd. What do you think? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, Dr. Seuss invented the word nerd.
Really?
Learning
something.
Yeah, well, a giraffe can go longer without water than a camel can. Even a double hump giraffe can. That's kind of cool if you ask me. Due to a genetic defect, cats can't taste sweet things. You know what I think is cool? Getting some catnip.
Yeah.
Giving it to them and then watch them spin around and, I think that's awesome. Some people say that's animal abuse. I don't.
Right.
Yeah. Doug Stack said nerd is racist now.
Amber said if Maya Hansen's listening to your strategies, then she's got to laugh.
Yeah, well, she's sleeping. It was a late night last night.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that Queen Elizabeth II is a trained mechanic? Yeah, I don't know why we want to know that thing, but I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Captain Crunch's full name is Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch.
Wow.
Bet you didn't know that, but you eat it. You eat that, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I have.
Yeah. Al Capone's business card said he was a used furniture dealer. And he probably was. I mean, Al Capone wore many hats.
Yeah. What was business?